Well, Aban. I miss I say dear, Bawumia kwa kasa wo. My income come wadaruma.
Yeah, the dikama menchia what here for na menkase. Dr. Bawumia, your vice president. Utie na now hene kasa bi atimuza sabi agudie wona ni so. Because this is a vice president sabi or Ghana so already na Kufuado. The sha see I nyina no and for quite some time and also since all back say who some spin doctors be or more taking over the media and the kind of rationalization or more they ban say be a vice president and you in a kakano and for that matter or your mate into say something goes on toward that the vice president cannot shoulder the blame. That is the kind of rationalization some people within the media are seeking to put across. Yanjuntum nasababi ekweye yamfa emano because they get and as for what is why. So we had the current constitutional arrangement. Say obi a vice president and in this country that person is not a pussy or some kind of a CCR. You can't know the chile. Constitution, you know, I'm on the responsibility. No one can say na juma. The president, you know, and I take decisions. Critical one. Are you aware of the issues of relating to the economy? Or more cabinet or the president in the co-chair. So whatever economic decisions be about on TV or a part of it, so he cannot run away from. And again, so we have Nana Akufo-Addo. We're making it clear. Bawumia and Yankopon we are senior saying and when it comes to the economy, Bawumia and I would take the driving seat. Or chair all the economic initiative and the economic policies of this particular country. So now, so we have Ghana economy here. There is nothing but a monumental economic embarrassment. Facing Ghana economy down. I would say economy because I here at the international space all the credible rating agencies are downgrading Ghana and status junk. And so the banking sector now look at the kind of financial defense situation at your banks in so the reality on the ground and say Bawumia enye obia sabi oya vice president that okase Nana Akufo-Addo kan ya no odi so no he has a role no recognize it constitution recognize and again based on the preferences of the president he has also been given extra mandate our chair the economic management team enti niama akobone a Bawumia cannot run away from enti the okoya no that make us say agudie wenani so maybe he thinks that Ghana for are so gullible and for that matter no be gina no be spend some of these things a man for we the befi na ya kase de ekosi onka ho ade a okasa oba be flow one of them is the e-levy no buy no you saw the kind of resistance across the political divide people within the media even some of the people some clergymen your mujina kase no e-levy no if you look at the economic situation in Ghana e-levy ba eba say economy because our buying asabi what I want your mind sika no kwa say here how much more the ordinary man asabi oni adwuma ye. In some way, vice president so acquire interview with Peace FM and were making it clear so on the e-levy, he wasn't part of it. But at the time, the decision was to be made, what in a voice, throughout the conversation. He was silent throughout. But one can say to me, we agree. And the cabinet decision, a course so man that particular decision was taken, he was part of it. Another day, according to your friend saying, former general secretary John Bodu, I said at the cabinet, and he voted for the e-levy. So and you cannot come back and tell Ghana for say e-levy I wasn't part of it and me be here through. Today you have power because on one kasa through the workings of the government everything you submitted the same thing to parliament young reverse that particular e-levy because the kind of economic hardship I impose on us and again now they were talking about emission levy. Emission levy transna be some saying there was an emission levy because the government our vision say indeed you say the world is going green and I'm telling you there has been a deliberate policy across the world that every government be taking a next step to ensure that this transition to green way it goes smoothly because you say and yam benefit and your first energy you go green and buying the same government and set it up your first cars factories are almost some more cars and your combustible engines no more na engine na fa de fa nchina na say fa we and the same petrol na fa I run at the echo. Look at traffic on our road and I would say how does open na look at the timer cars and spending on the road so we are buying we are really serious and you are committed some part, the world is going green, so you are doing everything to ensure that carbon also reducing emission in the way. These are some of the measures you take, but you don't impose taxes on your first vehicle because yes, because of emission. Carbon dioxide, because once I use fossil, they definitely know it will go. But
electric cars,
exactly. Now electric car don't send a say. And what is the government blueprint when it comes to your transition? He said there is a deliberate policy idea to in the next 10 years we are transitioning to green. There is absolutely nothing. And the Obi has just decided to find a way. Say, ya run the economy na bono or more the economy minister we dim kwasa sama my economy na say. So they are just trying to find a way to pay for their recklessness and incompetence, because sit here and don't say Ghana yada sorry ya na ebesi ha yo. O ka yeti kro be tell video so abra na Akufo Addo de Ghana for taxes hand jet koba no. He never knew that this day will come. O dware na nani pe Kenyans asem kire no. He never listened. Yeti kro man ya ka say the Ghana sika kwaye cathedral. Nyans asem be na yantena vice president, he was part of it. Otimi trans Kenyans asem kire mo say baby a wiase akwakoduru yemfa oman sika enkonkwaye cathedral.
The biggest hole in the whole world.
Exactly na abeye this one. So Bawumia call I was expecting that he will be bold enough, man enough to apologize to Ghanaians. But the many reckless decisions of what take here and there cost to the ordinary Ghanaians so much and economy so that means that the guy is just an intellectual fraudster. You know, he thinks that politics is so cheap. He's just an intellectual fraudster. But in reality, what he's supposed to do as a vice president to mitigate the kind of economic challenges Ghana will go through, no, or no, and a priority because I am a priority. And all say you live no for and Ghana for who some resistance be on his part say or ye be to convince Akufo Addo say no baby and near Makwaduri yentite near so because taxes na ye keke go amount for so no emu yadin kind of for that baby na sabi decision yan say nim na what take it from day one base in there and no cost to Ghana for so much. Why was he in 2016? Was it no same Bawumia on the various social media platform telling us John Mahama are reckless, John Mahama are incompetent, and that he was borrowing excessively or not Bank of Ghana or bar only maybe a sikana war and Akufo Addo de pay so say yet sika so den a comedy or buy no and Ghana ya debt to your GDP saying ya bubble seal to the sense oh just quantify ye me say o fa kendo for that time now they are bad in the now the nam say on chile baby a sika bosia ya boy na de omo ya o nyanyan sasem bia mfa nchira ha babu na kuno because the sika omunya invest in anything sensible. And Omaya no bar neighbor, Opa Fanam Kroma across Tamale Hwan na bisa say, Busiana Yaboriscano de Eden. Or how would I have Tababuna could go on Yan Sadian Chero? That is a country at men, and Omaya within 4 years. Yet Miko Eurobond, I was subscribed to $11 billion. Do you know how much Sassikarun in the war? You have 11 billion in a short space of 4 years. Tell me the whole of West Africa, a country within that short period, no? Wako Eurobond market, I just Sassika and Dabakro. Sassika when the Dabakro Hababedi, there is absolutely nothing to do. Me say, Adia and Krofo mu deserve is to be apologizing to Ghanaians on daily basis, and more expect say somebody will come and make sure say they answer for their steed worship, they answer for their crime, because kind of crime and Krofo you are committing against the good people of this country, no? It will take ages to undo the damage, and that is the reality of the issues. I can't want them. The 15 ministers, you know, that Amra Ghana economy crashing, you know, Yakwabon could declare bankruptcy, telling the world, say we can't pay our debt. We told our external creditors, actually, but we took a unilateral decision. It wasn't like we consulted them more. It was a unilateral decision on the part of the finance minister. Say we can't settle our debt, so so we forfeited. At the end of the day, what happened? Yenamnaye pa man for Akufo Addo na sabi o se Ghana beyond aid, you know. Every year no wa principal beggar, just gallivanting around the globe, begging a man for say oh, man for ye kanche everywhere be now or the French president so or China, uncle kanche Chinese, we for say unfane kanche no. We have become a global embarrassment because certain individuals decided say omuntie nyansasem. People decided say came to finance their personal greed and egos. And Nipa Kenyans are and the economy is flat. So Bawumia Winyans Assembly catch Ghana for he should start by apologizing to Ghanaians. That's the first thing he should do. Because I think that people will be so gullible enough to believe in those kind of nonsense he went out there to put out there. Like who believe in Bawumia? And unless mate Ben. And I make a choice say under the current constitutional arrangement, a vice president is not a CC. You are not a pussy, you push you around. You have a role, a defined role and you have a responsibility. And Akufo-Addo is one person that was creating enough room for the vice president to operate. He went out there and publicly declared, said, this is Bawumia Nyankopon we are seeing inside the nationality. Now, we don't know kind of sakeke.
So national service is very optional.
And this is a confused guy who doesn't even know what he's talking about. You can't national service. Do you know why national service was introduced? Nipano free school bar. I feel that you're prepared to go into the real world. In our educational curriculum, there is this huge disconnect between academia and the industrial world or the job market. So you need to prepare people through the national service. It's a bridge that we make sure we prepare people so that when they take over the industrial world now, so we have through substitute for what? We say this is just politics. National service. Why not national service a problem? National service the problem is saying Metiana make a choice say serious as a country. You see you go the industrial way now agriculture by backbone. People coming out of the university, you should be thinking about how you can incentivize them after school. Agree no betia I come I attractive and what about being the producer from that agricultural firm can go into the industries and the factories that we want to build. This is where rational way of thinking as a leader, but not this populist insurgency campaign. But you know how you come out from 1 year so and what kind of sad track so I think that any serious thinking Ghanaian being new and take Bawumia serious because the mess we find ourselves in now. He's part of it. He has contributed to it. He is responsible, fully responsible for whatever that has happened. Because me, Akufo-Addo cry there. Sometimes I don't blame him because the guy is old, or sometimes he doesn't even remember things happening around. So Bawumia, a young man, a sebi, got in China. Obetimia Kenyans asem. Akaka and Sebi, Nema exactly because I don't say old age, dementia and a whole lot of stuff comes in when you grow. I'm not saying Akufo-Addo, but that is the physiological changes that happen in the brain, and that is a fact. So, sometimes he can be pardoned. What about Bawumia? A young man, I actually say, when it comes to the economy, where you do Bank of Ghana, and Ghana Sikano here. Today we have become principal beggars on the global arena, telling people some fire can't and besides Mugabe. The Ekosi, Bawumia si yanken na ono medi president ansa na solution na woni team no or the amayen. Sabi I have them sem because and car na ye kan wasem no. I have them sem because and car na ye team no. Car no kwadich. Car no kwa kopema say. We say we should wait na nkopem say na sa wo be driver no wi ansa na waboa amaya repair. It doesn't make sense. So any ingenuity or any wisdom, if you have any solution, you bring it to the fore at the moment because this is the now. Ghanaians want to rescue our homeland from economic crash. What I say? Oh my no kwakobo. What's the media? Just a president answer. And how do we believe you say over a president? I didn't know about when you have the first at the state today, but we are vice president. I'm telling you, say we pussy. You are not a sissy. You have a role. You have a responsibility. You can bring it to the fore. So
convincing.
It's not convincing. And I make us say we see politics in we have certain gullible folks. They always sing hallelujah choruses because they come from their party. So, but if you are a reasonable person, now what's national if you do comparative analysis, now we are very analytical, we be now be a lot of questions. I'm not sure so you get the answers. As a one year answers, right? It means in someone can in some because politics in a cheap and we see because I may say at some point politics and I question about big stage. And I am comedians, our most expensive coat, no just no more comedy train, and I had to form. And every day be a future and a slip away. But because of the politics, we don't realize the kind of extensive damage these people are doing it to us. It's the reason why Bawumia will feel free. Because when I'm here, Bawumia, go back to 2016. I am telling you, when I'm here, Bawumia, I'll be so much ashamed that I can't even step out. Because this is a guy. Go back to 2016 and look at the kind of attacks, the kind of euphoria, intellectual euphoria this guy created around himself. People saw him as a messiah. A lot of people who bought into that particular idea of Bawumia, yes, he's the guy.
Let's give him the chance.
Exactly. Oba on Mobusia. Was he not the same guy? There was a video that is circulating. He said, sir, taxes, your friend is saying, your road now, we can just tow the road and do what? And pay and do our road. And I told no, I'm just sorry, I no pass and yemne canos and a nisun de Bruno, or say taxi where you're free. And but seeing that nobody has questioned him. And now look at the amount of money we are losing through that particular. Your friends are tax we told na free.
We are soon
complaining, and he's a vice president, and he's aware. Yesika of mine at this particular time because and and Kokrafa, why in a Juma, or in a pension, acquire investment. This time I want you. Asabi, the physiological changes are happening in the body. They are weak. They need access to money to be able to take care of their medical bills. And then so you heard a story among dialysis. Look at our school system. This is the reality. So what solution be? Bring it now. Let people know that at least about me executing 10% of the or just obey president Nansa. Abema Ghana for so okay, see you share the course here. We can believe the guy say he has something, but there's a guy who has offered nothing. He's just talking politics. He's just talking politics because Obenya media people are their highlands will just be so Saka can you fire when they say it's a time of politics, you know. You better attach some seriousness to it. Now you're lending the citizens certain modicum of wisdom. Now we are not just dealing with some gullible minds. You can just go down through anything.
We just need somebody to join an insult to the sitting president.
Oh, said the all kind there. He's telling us, Akufo-Addo so yading. Now, Kenyans are sending children or an NTA because already there or your mate and the other can and Akufo-Addo NTA. That is an insult, and I think there is a betrayal. And they are all cano. And say it's funny, and you can't even trust him because it's just politics. Myanmar, there is nothing that has happened in this country and demonstrates about Bawumia and for what has happened. There is nothing. They all they all your politics keke and your both stage man and asabi original so okay cancer because someone who say you want power and he need to say anything to convince the ordinary Ghanaians say my baby, and that is why I'm telling you say Sanka is serious and you want very critical media asabi ombeti me abisa critical questions. I am not sure that Bawumia will have the energy and the moral infantry to pop himself out there say the person me president. I say the idea that Bawumia want to be president, you know, it's an insult to every intelligent mind in Ghana.
The idea so president.
It's an insult to everybody because it's not as if we don't know him. But tell me, yes, be of China and I say Cambodia never. Bawumia na cannot Ghana has say he has been in power for 8 good years. Nenuma wadanadi what will be so. How convincing? Let's say yes, Bawumia be the president.
To Bawumia to me convincing.
Come on, I'm not sure. Say. Unless it will be a stooge. Now, I just say the other can be a young Konkwana by but if you want to do analytical politics, now we do some kind of me say politics can because you see, some more cano or no one can say quite ridiculous. No, on one can say surrender. I say, he was engaging in what you call political, orgasm or some kind of way. Or masturbate now or no enjoy. Oh yes, because we just stages now one for you when Nima. Can I monjo so one I would see stages now when you could for there one for your bomb and some more than abaye. Kikan sem nugum because in some now can not feasible. In some now can he has power to stop them today.
Doable.
Yes, I will doable. He will not even get there to do it because some now can say or can because 11 no tell me say Bawumia put you up any resistance say 11 he wasn't for it. And mission 11 no. Tell me about something Bawumia demonstrating your say or if I say on Kahubi. Tell me the difficulties I cause as a vice president. Initiative by audio go kwemu. One thing I will read dollar now say watching us them then $1 to say. So you see, this is a comic character who shouldn't be taken serious. He's just playing on the emotional keyboards of Ghanaians. He thinks that Ghanaians are emotional, gullible people. NDC MPP politics na or kind of semna. You bet baby and. Tell me, he has a lot of people in the media. You should give him a chance. Presidency, no,
but I say, Avanche Innocent, live on TVS was at so on power 97.9 FM. Mameko, Honorable Ni Ashi Koteso, NDC Parliament.